of a drab day, looking at my journals, old playlist pictures that date all the way back to the back cave. Whatever it was, the equivalent that I had to that phase, flash frame to the same factor, washed up with a patch of grays. I mean, it's gonna look like Sean Lee soon if that's the case. Accutane, patient face, in a crater, hacked up state, stuck in the past even more than usual as of late. Checked out, locked into placid thoughts with a tacit gaze. What should I write? I swear there was something I had to say. I have a brain as if made specifically for catching strays. I can plan and plan all day, but I don't understand the way to make what I wanna have happen, or what it'll even have to take. Linear thought, pattern break, time, dark matter, space. No matter the case, don't get trapped inside of a bag of flake, complaining how this party's even lamer than my grandma's wake. The music's too recognizable. Mind if I go grab my tapes? As the days grow longer, I have managed to ascertain Maxwell's demon seems to grow stronger as he vacillates. Fixate on the time-lapse pig, watch as it decays. Thoughts too ectopic to even pinpoint the accurate place. Trapped in a maze, managed to escape a stagnant haze. I feel like an Agatha Christie character that cracked the case. Cosmic hearse, death church, data format erase. Black tape for a blunt cut, blue black Saturday. Dim-witted, can barely count with my fingers from 1 to 9. Tonight watching Philosophy of a Knife for the 100th time. If I text, don't call. If I call, don't respond. I'm despondent, I just wanna see if you can spot the sign. Flawed design like all of us, but all in all is fine. Squalid off the Richter, I speak in riddles and talk in rhymes. Took a second to stop at a very specific spot in time to jot some lines, but it seems the tines of my pen are not aligned. Oh good heavens, what do I do now? I cannot decide. Get up to piss, come back to crawl inside of a box and hide. This isn't a time I can afford to rest my exhausted eyes. Red string room thoughts, MIDI time clock divide, arrive, concepts collide, distilled order brought to life, pen in hand, softly guide, streamlined and optimized. Choice remarks often snide, on the fly, often fly, gazing up into the abyss of a milk malted sky. Hallowed name up on high, hollow cry intensified, multiplied from behind the surface of a caustic eye. All the money lost when I went out and got some botched advice. Found the knife I thought I lost that shaved years off of my life. Haunted by wasted potential, find no joy in small delights. Whining like a table saw, the fatal flaw that gnaws and bites. Primal scream from the diaphragm, clogged up with my nervous system shock wound, improperly cauterized. Run off from another novelistic plot device. In the atrophied part of my mind it would appear to occupy. White oxidized, fade stained slow. Had a vision of a pigeon named Crow. This is what you came for. Remember Moby Carl, same from back in the days grown. Aim the bow, go for piecemeal dissection, tape flow. Wash the banknote, bankroll loosely knocking around in the pocket of my brown Dick Tracy raincoat. Do you ever look at something and wonder why it exists? Now do you ever look at yourself and ask this? Do you ruminate? Do you pontificate? Do you calculate to try to find the sum of your actions? Do you look for inconsistencies and make a plan to plane and attempt to regain a sense of balance? Do you ponder? Do you you analyze? Do you wonder? What does it all mean whenever we go under? Do you zoom out at the magnitudinous? And when you zoom in, what kind of lens you look through it in? Critical or starstruck thoughts keep moving in. When you see a pattern, do you tune out or tune it in? Do you ever think about God and who it is, what it is, and what does it even got to do with this? What does it mean to connect with intuition? If you got it, then do it then. If you got it, then you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it, then you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it, then you got it. What is your sense of belonging? Where do you belong? What do you belong to? What is it you're doing wrong? Check the balance. God-given talents, but the only thing that really matters is what you choose to use them on. What is it you really feel? Competitive with yourself when you make an effort for the development of your skills? When you set goals for yourself, do you meet them? Do you stick to them and eat them? Do you want it or do you need them? When you reach an achievement, do you feel a sense of completion or freedom? When you look at the intricate beauty of being, what's the resolution that you think you perceiving? When details rise to the surface, do you see them? What do you do? What do you even believe in? Everything from the mundane to the profound can be found, a reason for seeking a deeper meaning. In the quiet of the evening, if you focus, it's almost as if you feel the universe breathing. So many thoughts with no cohesion. How do we manage to organize and keep it even? If you got it, then you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it, then you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it. If you got it, then you got it, then you got it. Felt Yaka progresses in its progenesis. An uncommon encephalopathic neurodegenerate initiates the imminent demise of the recipient of treatments and procedures with contaminated instruments, widely believed to be received in the form of incisions with an often incorrectly autoclaved piece of equipment with a prion dancing on the blade of it as the technician slits a set of staves upon the soon-to-be considered invalid. Tubes, wires, and machines beeping with a dissonance, only ever reminiscent of death in my experience. Cold sweats, muscle fatigue, and a loss of interest in retaining basic motor function. Will to live diminishes. Dizziness and vision skips, rapidly deteriorated by the development of dementia the condition gives. Can't even muster up the minimum cognition to pick up a pen and write your own name at the very end of it. And just so you know, you can't take anything that matters to you down here with you when you go. Do you even know, up or down, after you go in the ground to decompose and help a patch of weeds to grow? They hate it when you go, they miss you till they don't. The day they put you inside a hole in the ground, it's all for show. The prognosis on your brain, written in the folds, blossomed into the impermanence every person will know. As the cruel hand of fate dishes out another sick joke, who can relate? This is not how you planned it to go. So sad to say, as the pain snatched away by the hand of the prosecutor's everlasting bane. 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 Aphasia, forgetfulness, ataxia. The symptom list is growing more severe with every second you get riddled with this incurable ailment. Sporadic in how it implements as you unexpectedly slip away from all distinctiveness. Body tremors, night terrors, watching your family mourn you while you're still semi-cognizant, slipping into insignificance, unable to communicate your final thoughts as you give up and give into your final abilities, all diminishing. Acceptance is beginning with relinquishing resistance to the malevolent folds of the disease you've been infected with. No treatment has ever been discovered as effective in reversal. They can only slow the symptoms down a little bit. As much as you would like to get what you think you deserve, which is instantaneous death, it gives itself to you in increments, in advancing conditions. An indestructible army advances in its incessant mockeries of modern medicine. And just so you know, you can't take anything that matters to you down here with you when you go. Do you even know, up or down, after you go in the ground to decompose and help a patch of weeds to grow? They hate it when you go, they miss you till they don't. The day they put you inside a hole in the ground, it's all for show. The prognosis on your brain, written in the folds, blossomed into the impermanence every person will know. As the cruel hand of fate dishes out another sick joke, who can relate? This is not how you planned it to go. So sad to say, as the pain snatched away by the hand of the prosecutor's everlasting bane. With the task of constant reinvention, a distraction from the fact that I can never reach perfection. Redirection of what I'm going through to ease the tension before I reach a boiling point and just delete the session. What's the positive outlet you need to invest in? Who do you think you are? Take a breath and try again to read the question. Read between the lines, labels of antidepressants. Lord have mercy on me, a sinner, I need repentance. The mind can be deceived so easily with suggestion. Without a faith, the mind is even weaker than the flesh is. Monastic, ascetic, supremely prophetic. To find peace in the thing I used to perceive as pathetic. Been given a sacrifice in which I choose to be indebted. The privation of sinlessness is deeply genetic. There's more to it than counting knots on a rope. When I'm feeling lost on a boat, pushed out to sea and I can see the rescue. I spend so much time, all of my time, wondering why. What if I am just a speck inside of a wandering eye? Is what I do inconsequential in the grand scheme of things? And if so, is it even worth it to put up a fight? It's such a struggle sometimes, it's like I'm under the sign. Uncertainty never ceases to run amok, but it's fine. Need saving, need riboflavin, better than to ride in anguish in the 45 grave up in my mind. Given the gift of existence in this earthly dimension, built within us is an innate desire to seek connection with something greater, to serve as an answer, something far beyond even the human mind's capacities of comprehension. God, what an easily distortable concept, even for somebody with the brain the size of a pea's perception. I pray to God when I seek protection, release my weapon so I got both hands free when I reach for heaven. Heavenly peace when I can finally get me some rest. Blood on my hands and my feet from when I beat the devil to death. Put me on the wheel if you wanna put my fate to the test. Earthly domain, the viscera that Satan aimed to infest. Got my name on the list in heaven where the angels are blessed. Witnessing through the pair of anguish as the pain just persists. I don't know anything greater than the elation and bliss that I feel when I get reminded that salvation exists. I spent so much time, all of my time, temper ceases to run amok, but it's fine. Need saving, need riboflavin, better than to ride in anguish in the 45 grave up in my mind.
I'm jealous of the air that surrounds you. What you won't give to me might be no good to me. It doesn't matter that much to me, 'cause it's never enough to me. What you won't give to me might be no good to me. It doesn't matter that much to me, 'cause it's never enough to me. Don't have to be sensual, can only be clinical. Stomach the visual, a moment so pivotal, almost identical to the death of an animal. Skin on the steering wheel, blood on the binnacle. What you won't give to me might be no good to me. It doesn't matter that much to me, 'cause it's never enough to me. What you won't give to me might be no good to me. It doesn't matter that much to me, 'cause it's
innocent thinking Maine, I brought it back. Eras of my life, memory lanes are cul-de-sac. In 2008 with the starter pack, praying to the justice cross that I used to have on my wall up tack. Fool called and I called him back. He gave me a masterclass. I forgot it all and fumbled all of my bag. Couldn't think of a future where I didn't want to rap. The card that I still got in my Akai is an artifact. DSI sounds on all of my tracks. You can take the Joker out the pack, but can't take it out of the bowler hat. It could all just be gone in a flash, bombarded with cash in what appears to be a seemingly bottomless bag. 607's on for the future that I wanted to have. Take the train out the city with green edges all on my badge. I feel like Sebastian kissing himself, going over my past, complaining about my wallet cause the problems it's causing my back. It's kinda hard to describe what I mean. Sometimes I wish I could just climb up inside of a time machine to see the size of my jeans and flip my LG phone a couple more times. Out of my mind trying to find me a link. What did I do to tell myself that I had to stand out? I remember when I threw all of my headbands out. Before I hit the afters, put my jersey in the rafters. I'll be flying heaven with my record playing in the background.
I remember not feeling myself when I hit the club. I should've eased up, showed my inner child more love. I thought my first lady, she would give me a son, but all it did was give me grief and insecurity. I remember growing up, learning on my own, it felt pure. I should've chased paper, but I was trying to chase the party. I can't change the hands of time. I learned lessons regardless, and my favorites became my opposition. Were they ever down with me? I moved away, and that's the only way I blew up in my city. Am I becoming hard to love? My patience growing thin. I love myself now, that's where my second story begins. In a dark room, I hear stories that sound like mine. Learn to leave old places and people and things behind. In a dark room, I learn to leave places and people behind. In a dark room.
Another Sunday night rolls around again, hoping Nietzsche planning out the week. I feel just like I'm so bored out of my mind that half the time it's hard to even speak. I don't know what's next on the agenda, feel like all my prayers get returned to sender. I just want to make the best of my time that I have here in the dead of winter. Rains all day, don't want to go outside. I'm too sober for this all of the time. Permanently on another plane, reminded daily that I might just be completely fried. I just want to be content with what I have and look around and say I'm satisfied. But it's like not a day passes without a new thing that I've convinced myself I have to buy. Really at the root of it, what is it? Dopamine, is it just to pass the time? If this is all there really is to any of this, will I settle for it? Is it fine? Noticing the aging process of the body in my 30s, different from when I was 20. Looking at my loose skin when I'm naked, stretching it out like, is this even mine? Gray hairs popping out and disappear soon as they appear, so I stay aware. Sometimes the pain I feel isn't near as scary as the imminence of what I fear. Far beyond just the mere groans and creaks, elbows and knees, toes and feet. Something under the surface I have yet still to muster up the courage to go beneath. Some things I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Sometimes it's just how it goes, like, well, you know, no, I don't. Some things I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Some things I just don't know.
Sometimes it's just how it goes, like, well, you know. No, I don't.
I don't understand what this is, if this is even worth it or not. If it's even something I want. Square thought, is it a circle or dot? Brain dump till the rhyme done. Harken back to my days as a young lad and all the aspirations that I had, romanticizing what it's like to die young. Who's gonna be the one to take me to all of my appointments and wheel my frail body around the radiology department when the time comes? With my patience growing thinner as a patient till they pull something out of me that looks like something straight out of one of those medical atlases I used to use for inspiration. Besides, I don't want to get taken out by something as quick as a heart attack. The dissolution and disintegration of the human body, what a garbage bag. Insert forced haughty laugh. Right before George Miles ended it all and his soul left his body promptly, I wonder what was the last thought he had. Anyways, just winding down now, coming to a close, going stale. Scrolling through my fashion sites, wish listing things I want for when they go on sale. Got enough time for one more as well, another little quick one before I bail. If a word is the image of a word, then a mute thought struggles to exist to no avail.
Some things I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Sometimes it's just how it goes, like, well, you know. No, I don't. Some things I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Some things I just don't know. Sometimes it's just how it goes, like, well, you know. No, I don't.
While others say it doomed to zeal. What to do? Long nights, big room, beautiful view. All these things that I meant to achieve, long overdue. But what a joy to slowly disintegrate and get old with you. Bats fly, moon low, mad guy, Junpyo. A badly designed sense of self, mind too slow. Sit back and sink down, deeper down, lose hope. I pray to never lose when it comes to wooing you though. I know better now than ever, not handle you without care. A delicate considered touch, curated throughout the years. Had a dream about you and it felt like you were really there. Woke up to the sound of a car crash ringing in my ear. So often sincere, getting tossed in gear. Get lost no matter, just as long as it isn't here. Just to keep it extra clear, I'm not going anywhere. I want you, but what I want even more is to disappear. out right at the source. When I got rid of what was holding me back, it felt just like I shot a horse. Went up north, pens all ran out of ink, so I got some more. Watched my father become a widower when he could've got divorced. Trawling the caverns of memories that I forgot were stored. Clocking my feelings, talking to the ceiling, sprawled on the floor. Both feet up on the door, what a chore. Stuck inside a loop of only feeling three things: bored, sick and sore. I don't wanna get support, I'm just trying to swim to shore. Don't want somebody's heart to belong to me if it isn't yours. Do what you gotta do to get it together, yet a door. Still don't know the meaning of it, don't know what I said it for. Get a grip and listen more. Keeping what you care about is more important than constantly keeping track of little scores, little wars. Feeling right about everything all the time doesn't matter if it only gets you to right where you were before. As the sun sets over the wheat fields, filling up my vision in a borderline catatonic state of reminiscence. I can say it's going great, even greater than the distance in between me and my reflection. I'm trying to find some differences. Finding a definitive meaning isn't so easy. Swimming in an infinite sea in the key of insignificant. Retaining ambition, alert and staying committed to navigating under these unpredictable conditions. The instability of existence.
Quitter, or is it? Opened up the oven, then considered getting in it. Summertime pig roast somewhere deep inside the mitten. Remember smoke filling the sky and the first chemtrail I ever witnessed. If I can hold on to this feeling, maybe I'll get a grip quick. Conjure a random memory, odds are I was staring at the trigger. It's humid, these mosquitoes just keep getting bigger. I just hit the plasma clinic, no blood to spare or to give them.
Spinning body jack in New York muscle. Same copy of Ulysses as before with the glued on cover. Brain full on cluttered, a full on nutter. The farther the target is, the harder it is to move on from it. Glued on something, chasing a notion. All of a sudden I'm in an unfamiliar place without my shoes on running. I got to the top of a mountain, and before I could do my victory dance, I slipped on a rock and I fell down from it. I just kept falling. I just kept falling. I just kept going. I just kept going. I just kept rolling. I just kept rolling. I never stopped picking up motion. I never stopped picking up motion. Eyes filled up with sand from wandering through the desert. A voice that sounded like coot nut bellowed down from the heavens. So I simmered down and listened. All my obstacles diminished, intentions applied to every second inside of a minute. Subdivisions of emotion and the overlap within it. I got so much more to go, but so much driving me demented. Up the wall, just so you know, I thought about it, but I didn't. Working on my magnum opus, but it's far from being finished. Gotta find the final sentence.
And I just learned the difference. Free wellsprings of knowledge, but it's not easy earning wisdom. Schizoaffective off over research, can't perspective. Piece it all together, but still got things determined missing. Credit for time served, the sentence never ends. Go ahead, you die first, escape this mental prison. Feeding to a culture unrich and barely distended. Life in a red utopia's a hellish existence.
muscle. Same copy of Ulysses as before with the glued on cover. Brain full on cluttered, a full on nutter. The farther the target is, the harder it is to move on from it. Glued on something, chasing a notion. All of a sudden I'm in an unfamiliar place without my shoes on running. I got to the top of a mountain and before I could do my victory dance, I slipped on a rock and I fell down from it. I just kept falling. I just kept falling. I just kept going. I just kept going. I just kept rolling. I just kept rolling. I never stopped picking up motion. I never stopped picking up motion. In your face are roadmaps to places. Memories can fade but leave behind traces. Empty black typewriter, ink ribbon cases. As soon as I throw it away, it's off to the races. Adaptation to living at slow paces. Embracing perfection on an ever-changing basis. So 10 toes, heels dug in the pavement. Rolling with the ability to make changes. Moving, something, adjustment adjacent. A reload, backspin, back to rotation. Try not to fall in love with the what if, the what could have been if you could have remained patient. Lost in a haze of miscommunication. Lost opportunity to enjoy the occasion. Lost track of time by my calculation. The last train of the night just left the station. The horse track odds look nice to me. So many dreams, only not enough time to sleep by any means. Every night just grind, repeat beats. Trying to not cry in designer sheets. Look at you, I feel like I need to correct my posture. Life is like a movie, a production of the Archers. Look at you, I feel like I need to go write an opera. 50, but you still look like a tanagra.
All of the stars at night, all waiting with anticipation. What I will do, a string thrown around the moon, implying a lofty expectation.
I got everything I could want, not good enough. Can't stop being fixated on what I could have done. Up at dawn, feel like I can feel a cold coming on. Running on empty, coming up with another one. Got everything I could ever want, still want more. Can't stop feeling fixated on feeling done for. Think beyond reason for something to get up for. Tracing the shape of your face, all of the contours. Eyebrows, cheeks, nose, bridge, and laugh lines. Cut me to the core and prevented having a bad time. Agonized over the appetite of a hunger never satisfied. Only for seconds I sit and wonder in a dark room. Drafty, swiftly, eyes drifty. Came over here from the colonies in the 60s. Love me and try to explain the reason you miss me. Paint thinner all on the ceiling inside the Sistine. odds look nice to me. So many dreams, only not enough time to sleep by any means. Every night just grime, repeat beats, trying to not cry in designer sheets. Look at you, I feel like I need to correct my posture. Life is like a movie, a production of the Archers. Look at you, I feel like I need to go write an opera. 50, but you still look like a tanagra.
All of the stars at night, all waiting with anticipation. What I will do, a string drum around the moon, implied a lofty expectation, a gift to you.
Through space and time, thinking about everything that I wanted to be but couldn't outside of this sacred rumination time. 2 a.m, fully caffeinated and frustrated by the way that I tape sentences together and try to make them rhyme. I apologize, can't keep my thoughts in order. Blink, blink, the bathroom sink leak down the hall is more like Chinese water torture. Chop and filter fragment down into the octa sound recorder. Pleasantly surprised at the ideas that can be conjured forth, accepting what can only be transmitted from a godly source. A target, a takedown, rattled by heavenly bodily force. Oddly enough, but maybe not, I thought that life would end at 30. I feel like Pellini in 93 in Audubon, New Jersey. Forensic detail, thoughts are clean but my hands are dirty. Can't do retail, if you can get it, it isn't for me. Seeking ye may find what you looking for, but not if it's for me. I don't wanna be weird anymore, just let me be a normie. Gotta get these ideas together. In one ear and out the other. I know the secret to a good life. I figured it all out. Cold bath and wall stare. Day, time block, forgetting it all down. Surely I can find a new planet to live on if this one doesn't work out right. No, besides I still need to make this album go. Dictionary minded, a mind full of reasons, efficiently peaking. A free lesson in diction when I'm eloquently speaking. Live to serve the Lord with programmable rhythm. Brain is filled with VCOs and DCOs and VCAs and algorithms. Corduroy all day over casual denim. Took the weekend off and knocked a few out in a single session. Falling in love with writing again, but it's hard when nothing comes to mind. I feel like I've achieved everything I wanted, but that's just another lie. Another excuse to get out of what God designed me to do. So I find a pen and do a tally mark with a crooked line. More than a cosmic download, more like sanctified, more like divine. One day someone will find a stack of my lyric books tied up with twine. I march to the beat of a whole different drum break playing in my mind. Brain is aneurysmed out, but still my handwriting is fine. Gotta get these ideas together. In one ear and out the other. I know the secret to a good life. I figured it all out. like the hands of time are holding a gun to my head, and the cancer phobia struggles to get it on it instead. I don't even remember the thing that it was that I said a couple seconds ago, ready to go get up out of bed. To my reflection, what kind of jerk do you take me for? Had a swill of cold coffee in the same cup from the day before. I don't care anymore, jumping the ship of reason, prepared to even retire my convoluted ways of speaking. Feel like I'm going through the motions again, looking down from the cove, go and make the ocean descend. How far does the ocean extend? Big breath, holding it in, only Olympic gold when I swim. Praying for a shark bite or something in the back of my mind, anything to get it off of it all closing in. I feel like a sardine, inner monologues sound like Wardine, so I stay alone with the pen. I told myself I wasn't even gonna do this anymore before I figure out what it's even all for in the end. I mean, is it like I'm not even supposed to pretend that I'm not close to the end and act like I don't comprehend? I'm a shell of my former self, just a ghost in the wind, composed in my skin, stretch marks from holding it in, reliving the same moment again. Quotes from the field notes that I wrote from when I had to go through the bends. I don't even know what I enjoy anymore. I've been racking my brain only to get annoyed to the core. I've been stuck in the constant cycle of destroy and restore. I'm over everything and so I hate, avoid and ignore the mental fatigue of intrigue, the spoils of war. Hand shaking like when I was drinking poison before. It's making sense more and more. I can see it taking form from the shore, the vanishing point that I've been looking for. I don't even know what I'm doing, so much environmental distraction, my thoughts lacking any congruence. Self-governance failure, slow, steady and do it. A change of perspective can get a loose thread running through it. Losing sight of the ambition that I'm even pursuing, and pushing past the point of failure beyond reason and ruin. Chasing a fever dream just to be so eager to lose it. I need a solution, I need to get the key to improvement. I need to open up the door, I need to breathe and go through it. Can't even read the room because I'm so unspeakably stupid. I feel like I'm stuck in a state of never ceasing confusion, and the only thoughts that I keep are either mean or intrusive. Look me in the eyes, I'm not being deep and elusive. I wanna carbonize the meaning of being a human. Hard to articulate what it is that I've even been doing. Stuck in the same scene of my life, repeatedly looping. I don't even know what I enjoy anymore. I've been racking my brain only to get annoyed to the core. I've been stuck in the constant cycle of destroy and restore. I'm over everything and so I hate, avoid and ignore the mental fatigue of intrigue, the spoils of war. Hand shaking like when I was drinking poison before. It's making sense more and more. I can see it taking form from the shore, the vanishing point that I've been looking for. About 2 tons and S90 weighs. Honestly, a thing of absolute beauty, I must say. The perfume of petrol peppers the air. Revolutions reverberate and resonate inside my face. Handbrake, drift, cliffside, spinal break. One too many pints equates to one too many Irish wakes. Fantasized expressions of horror, mouth wide agape, affixed to the final crowd of dazzled spectators that I amazed. Fragments of chromium dash components crushed, fly through space as glass again return to the state of sand that defines its primal state. The thousands of countless hours I pushed down and tried to erase, praying for death only to have it hit me back with the tidal wave. It still kinda stands up on its own legs as a nice cliche. Falling in love with defying fate can come with a hefty price to pay. Time to die today, time to let go and be whisked away, only to be met with the end in sight's delightful gaze. Hot summer pavement in July, body left side is scraped, intertwined with fate, trapped in the wreckage, never tried to escape. The prized final bile choke, fluid leak, glued deceit, the scent of the rising vinyl smoke as the rest is vaporized away. In a perpetual state of indifference, peace in a kind of way. All of my hubris, pride and angst as I see it now in hindsight fades. It's as easy as night and day. The value of the void just might outweigh what it's like to be stuck on a planet of people all crammed up inside such a tiny place. When I look at it all for what it was, realistically I was a waste of talent spent when I could have been practicing my cries of pain. The last bit of humanity that I had left to give, trapped in between these two pieces of shrapnel lodged inside my brain. Going out with bald fist, pissed in a state of just visceral anger. I just wanna be pronounced dead on the scene, Lord please, not a cliffhanger. Arm shattered from the wrist angle, prime example of a risk taker. Out of clicks on the inhaler with his own music in the disc changer. Collision force impact, all sculpt an interesting testament to nature. A deep obsession with vehicular danger, a very odd specific behavior. Left on a sour note with a major astringent and bitter flavor. Too obscure for these stupid pores of normal folk to read about it in the paper.
Skin on the pavement, the bitch of his bones on the side of the road. That's a mess, watch him blame it on me and my shameless. Cause I couldn't care about someone you loved or when brainless. I'm stainless, it wasn't me. When you dead on the road, don't be buzzing me. It's the smell on the road where the buzzards be. I can bottle it up cause it come from me. You suffer me. How could I function a second, a moment? I don't see no darkness, my lids only closing. It's showing me pictures of humans and pieces with fragments of metal inside them like Reese's. I think I'm sick.
Life is a snake and it's gonna hiss. That's a warning, you'll take in a shot, you'll miss. You the reason I'm driving up off a cliff. When I'm off the cliff,
my body looks like a mask, getting struck up the nerves in my skin. Take a bath when they're cut up. The bath is a pool full of agony. Shut up and pick up my pieces. What's up, already bagging me? Stop already bagging me.
Atrocity exhibition, page 1, figure 1 is this life. Cutting up lemons yesterday night till the dull blade slips off of the rind and I nick my thumb with the knife. Picked it up and went right back to the thing, big man ting or something, I don't know, but still going dumb with it right where the joint bends, ends up with a big gouge. So I get the big box of bandages out and sits down and make a midnight coffee for the studio, then I gets down. How do you gets down?
I swear I never knew a love like this. I swear I never knew a love like this. Nobody else can make it thump like this. I swear I never knew a love like this. I swear I never knew a love like this. Na 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 na. Nobody else can make it thump like this.
What else since I last checked in and shared? Life is absolutely just as beautiful as it is weird. Prayed up when it's gloomy and when it gets clear, stay prepared. Rocky waters happen no matter which way the ship gets steered. Working on this label thing day in, day out. The last couple of years finally came into fruition like it just appeared. But it didn't. See, our protagonist persevered, and what you hear is not a test. The best is yet to drop, my dear. Mind frame of discipleship, and yet I feel like Socrates when my hands dance across the buttons and the prophet keys. Looking out the window, pontificating or not to be's, and finding practical solutions to what I could not achieve. I do this exercise that was taught to me. I close my eyes and visualize all the current problems that bother me. I bundle it up and tie it up and put it in a boat, then light a match and drop it on it. Then I push it out to sea. Ay, yo, yiggity yo. Time to drop another album and go get me some dough. I make your record sound amazing if you give me the dough. I remember back in them days trying to get in the dough. Last week I leveled up and got a new kitchen stove, and got rid of the old stove only cause it was old. What you know about Big Gale, Figgity Foe? Infinite flow, big bass line, big studio. If you don't know, you know you need to get with the pro. It's like I only rock stone from my head to my toe. What I do, cop new just to get in the zone. Other than that, I don't know, like how everything go. Living the kind of life I can't even believe. Who could it be with the compass up on the sleeve? About to level up and go and get me a Neve. I've been making these records before I was even conceived. Nothing feel quite as good as achieving a dream. Keeping it a bean like Curtis Blow, keeping it clean. I don't understand how I do it or how it's so undeniable that I'm just so unbelievably heme. I strike when the mood hits. I'm fly like a cruise ship. I'm deep like a submarine whenever I'm writing my new script. Flipping like a JLC, touching these blue strips. All I wanna do is just, I don't even need to say anything because you already know who go the stupidest. Time to get to it and get to truncating the foolishness. Another rhyme to fill up time, just don't know what to do with this. How does he do it so effortlessly? Get that booming kick. Who put this one together? Tell me who the producer is. Does he rap? Is he in Mensa? Is he a savant? How does he swim against the current and still do what he want? How does he do it and manage to make it appealing? If you got damage, let my frequency do the healing. Sitting at my desk just writing about my feelings. Big house, big windows, tall ceilings. Pay me to rap. You need to pay me to rap. Pay me to rap. It ain't just that. Everything I make is a slap. Pay me to rap. Pay. You need to pay me to rap. Pay me to rap. It's not rocket science. There's nothing more to it than that. Understand how a magnet works. One thing I don't think I'll ever understand how attraction works. How neurons fire off and synapses burst. Looking up from my book, half immersed, captivated by all the fine details of God's creation, fixated on all the beauty that my eye captured first. Oh, isn't it such a unique thrill? How infatuation in an instant can steadily build, can never sit still, evolve into itself and can exert its own will. How does it manifest in the way that it does? What does it feel? How does it feel to be presented with perfection every day? I look around and say, is this even real? What are the drawbacks to being inquisitive? Does it get in the way? Does it hinder my ability to experience any major setbacks to live in this way? I don't wanna let it all pass me by in what feels like an instant. I don't wanna get lost and asking why, cause some things are too beautiful to demystify. What is the meaning of looking into a meaning? What is the reason for letting go instead of holding on to a feeling? Because the beauty of the thing is it's supposed to be fleeting. Breaking down the differences of yearning and longing, wanting and needing, talking and speaking. Thinking about you, thinking about me is a thing that always make me feel like I'm dreaming. The power of love is something great to believe in, but there's something greater even. Why is it that all the most destructive obsessions seem like the only ones that are ever worth keeping? The beauty beyond rational comprehension, honorable mentions, desires, passions, thoughts and actions, all just reduced to chemical reactions. What are the drawbacks to being inquisitive? Does it get in the way? Does it hinder my ability to experience any major setbacks to live in this way? I don't wanna let it all pass me by in what feels like an instant. I don't wanna get lost and asking why, cause some things are too beautiful to demystify. It's fatal, rocking so many horses on my body, it's a stable, hogging all the purple label, flighty with the fruits of my labor, maybe self-enabled, when I navigate a navy cable knit over my navel, wrap it up so I can take it home. I feel like Thurston a third when I'm throwing paper up at David Jones. Meyer Center, Asia Pacific, it's smooth, sailing all the way till I get to my destination island made of stone. All aboard, vintage marina pieces and all the shorts, gray melange on my body, staying at grade A resorts. You wanna see what I got going on? Say no more, let's take a tour. Autumn winter 2009 collection with a Rosso Gamato I got from way before. Collection taking shape and more, it looked just like my favorite store. When I'm stepping out the door, and my samba make enough connection with the surface of the earth that start to shake its core. Waking up to green edges of ham, hold the spinach with a carefully selected list of brands, you know I'm fitted. Leaving imprint like an ice knitted, you know I'm with it. I love to feel the fabric in my hand, go and get it. Waking up to green edges of ham, hold the spinach with a carefully selected list of brands, you know I'm fitted. Leaving imprint like an ice knitted, you know I'm with it. I love to feel the fabric in my hand, go and get it. A cool casual classic, a Diodora, me or more. Bank account is begging me to stop looking at jeans and cords. Be the change you wanna see in this world. Looking through the goggles in the hood of my jacket you never seen before. Goggles on the sleeve, but wait, there's even more. Goggles on the pocket of my pants, so when I lean I can see the floor. Crafty with the lenses and vintage linens I need to hoard. Particular shadow project pieces that I'm fiending for. The man with as many crinkle reps as he can afford. 4K SSL pusher with money underneath the boards. All the sequences I need to record. When I step out on the scene I make them stutter like an SP404. Soon as I get up and my feet hit the floor, got another reason to get it I can't even ignore. Rockin' 03 and 04, drying all season in sport. Wrote this in a day when I was up at Snow Beach on the shore. Waking up to green edges of ham, hold the spinach with a carefully selected list of brands, you know I'm fitted. Leaving imprint like an ice knitted, you know I'm with it. I love to feel the fabric in my hand, go and get it. Waking up to green edges of ham, hold the spinach with a carefully selected list of brands, you know I'm fitted. Leaving imprint like an ice knitted, you know I'm with it. I love to feel the fabric in my hand, go and get it. wanna know. I don't really get what it is that makes a guy like me tick. I think till I get sick. If this is love, cut me with a knife. Shake me, wake me up and show me what it is that I've been missing out on. If this is love, I want more. Let me buy out the whole store and put you in a brand new thing to take you out in. Sitting in my room just praying for a sliver of inspiration as I watch Miss Fisher. Efficiency delivered, half-done loops, disappointing my inner completion is self-centered. I'm contemplating what ifs if I'm twisting my whiskers, practicing my scales and ripping open my blisters. Couldn't ever cut it, feeling like half of a scissor. My marbled language swarms and forms into a river. Another vibes off night. How is it that as I move closer to the light that it appears to get dimmer? This time dark depths of the mind get entered. Another nice night and nothing but white rice for dinner. Sometimes life can feel kinda like a splinter knife cuts through the tension as the air gets thinner. Cannot appreciate a thing of feet all on its own. Can't seem to focus on anything beyond being bitter. Witnessed a familiar silhouette flitter in the same place that hope once had a glimmer. Glint and shimmers, shoveled, stewed and simmered. Petrified shell protect purified innards. Fingers all skinny, hands atrophied and withered. I used to be a writer back in the day, but my liver couldn't seem to keep up with anything ever better. Yet it couldn't catalog anything I wish I could've remembered. Now this is what you really call living. Made a noose out of an old Smith Corona ribbon. Counting the knots down, one for every minute. Standing on the business of quicksand, standing in it. Endless alterations, augmentations and edits. BB at the end of suburbia, right before the credits. If I don't even know what I'm looking for, then how can I be disappointed if what I get is not what I expected? Isolated, ice-veined, innateness and stained with vice. Only writing to fight my own inaneness. The feedback loop feeds into the sensation of falling backwards in a state of sedation. Write a story, life is bloody, life is gory. Edward Gorey, life up on the second story. Drifting and soaring, I'll be back in the morning. I bet there's something beautiful underneath all this ugly flooring. Reaching and exploring for something to say, but to my dismay I feel like everything is so awfully boring. Stepping back to gain a perspective on the absurdity of all of this within the absence of enjoying. Art Deco, red same as Argento. Vision fuzzy going in and out, hard lymph node. Had to stop for a second there to get it together. Fell down the stairs and then I flew out the window.